way with like Sorry. Hello, everybody. Welcome to our D&D live stream that we have every Wednesday night at 7:30 p.m. Pacific time. I'd like to thank you all for tuning into our show. I know there's a million other things in the world that you could be doing right now, so we appreciate you spending your time with us. I just wanted to chime in here before we introduce the group, their characters, and congratulate everybody. We've made it to to episode 9. So this has been a very fun adventure so far that we've been playing together now for the better part of almost 3 months. So this is it's been pretty exciting. A couple things that I want to get out of the way before we start is this. So my fellow author, Joshua Valier up here. Raise your hand, Josh.
Two.
We actually have a book that was just released to every comic book store in the country that you can order, and internationally as well to certain stores in Europe. But this is our comic book series called Skyland. Kind of put that up there. So this is issue 1. Issue 2, which is right here. Look at that cover, done by Kyle Petschak. And issue 3 was just released to stores today. So you can actually pick up this series at your local comic book shop. It was written by myself and Joshua Valier, which is right up here, our D&D buddy over here, our Blood Hunter. And I'm going to be doing a signing in downtown San Diego tomorrow, signing some books, so I'm pretty excited for that as well. But yeah, it's a 4-issue miniseries.
Fortunately, I'm working. I cannot make it. But I'm sure there will be many signings in the future.
But we will be watching Critical Role tomorrow night, so that's exciting.
Yes, we will.
Things to look forward to.
Yes, we will.
Shameless plug with some...
Shameless plug of a plug of a plug of a plug of a plug. But outside of that, our podcast man down below in the bottom right corner, Barney, you started up a company, didn't you?
Hey, oh yeah, a little while ago. Linda Vista Studios here in San Diego. We're here to help you with all of your audio quality needs. We're a production studio, and we're working over COVID. What we're mostly doing right now is just taking people's tracks, mixing and mastering, adding intros and outros, helping people with not only podcasts but music kind of stuff, as well as commercials, the entire all 9 yards. So check us out. Website's soon to come. It's not up yet, so I'll let you know what that is maybe next week.
Okay, sounds good, man. When we have that link, we'll definitely drop it below. And I think we have one other new tidbit of information. We've been working on a Discord, which Rick, I believe you've been working on this, and other members of our party and group have been contributing. Do you want to talk about what we can expect to be seeing in this Discord we're about to launch?
So currently the Discord is a convenient place to keep track of lore and continuity, as well as having short summaries of each episode, which are good for us, as well as any of our viewers who want to catch up on what has happened so far.
Yeah, you guys have been doing your player journals, which I think is very interesting. And I've been enjoying that from a DM perspective, because it kind of gives me a little insight on what you guys have been getting out of this and the differences of the details that you guys have been picking up differently. It's been pretty exciting, pretty interesting. So I've enjoyed that thoroughly. But without further ado, I'd like to start tonight's Dungeons and Dragons episode, which I'm very much excited for. After last week's episode, I literally stayed up for probably another hour or two working on this episode, trying to get some of the minor details ready. So I'm very excited. Unless you guys completely blow it up, then we'll figure out what we do. But
I hope it goes according to plan.
It might not, but I do have contingency plans for contingency plans for contingency plans, as any DM should, as you guys know. But sometimes it's nice to improv as well. But with that being said, let's start by introducing our characters. Josh, can you introduce who you are, what level you are, and what's going on?
Yeah, I believe we're all right now level 3. My character is Loki Lani Ocean Reaper. He is a human blood hunter. It is a class that was created by Matthew Mercer of Critical Role that I really wanted to kind of dive into and see a mix of fighter and magic in a character. I thought that was kind of an interesting tormented soul in a way kind of character. and he is part of the Madrove clan, which was essentially just about wiped out and had escaped, and he is out for a little bit of revenge against this new empire, this Semet empire that is running wild throughout the continent.
All right, then to your right, we have Terry Mayo. Would you like to do you have any sorry, I don't mean to backtrack, Terry, but do you have any books that you've been working on lately? Because I know you're also you have quite a few projects that you have published.
Yeah, I do, but nothing I can really talk about, I guess. I can talk about it offline.
Sure.
Sorry, people.
Yeah, no, but
what about work that you've done in the past that is already available for people to purchase in stores now?
Well, what I actually did want to talk about was a comic book that's free. It's a web comic that I'm doing right now based on the character that I'm playing. So it's called Locks the Forbidden. It's something that I've been putting up pages on my YouTube channel, which is just my name, Terry Mayo. And I'm also going to be adding those pages to the Discord at some point. So right now I've got pages 1 through 11 done, lettered. Mr. Tom Machio is doing the art on that. And Warren Montgomery's doing the letters.
You've been doing the voiceovers for it.
And I've been doing the voiceovers.
Yeah, which has been, so, honestly, I've been loving that.
Well, I play around. I'm actually, my wife is picked up a character because I've learned that I can't do female voices as well.
I learned that just from this game alone. So don't worry.
Well.
Damsel in distress, come and help me.
Hi, Lux. How are you?
Yeah, so
I'm a female.
I just sent off pages 12 through 16 to Tom a couple minutes ago, and he'll get started on that.
That's exciting, man. That's exciting. I would love to someday publish that. That would be a lot of fun.
We'll see.
We can do something like that. That'd be kind of cool. But yeah, that's crazy. It's already 16 pages. That's wild.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun. So whatever. But yeah. So I play a character named Lox. He's a grung rogue assassin, small in size, big in what shit?
Yeah.
Small in size, big in heart.
Small in stature, big in heart.
I'm gonna have to just tape it. I'm gonna tape it right next to
I think it was
whip.
small in stature, big in heart. But yeah,
he's a tiny frog. Let's just go with that.
With poisonous skin. And then to the right, somebody that he's been developing quite the friendship with, we have Miss Carla Valliere.
Yes. Hi. Hi. Yeah. I play an Eladrin called Annette. She's a Fae-born sorcerer. And yeah, she's becoming kind of like best friends, best buddies with Lux. And yeah, I don't know. I've been trying to not say a lot of things about it because I think that is kind of cool, just to RP with everybody and see their reactions and whatnot. So I'm trying to stay a little bit quiet about the secrecy elements.
Secrecy is good. So especially for Dungeons and Dragons, as things unveil. So we'll let the viewers tune into that. And then below you, we have Mr. Rick Tastic. Rick.
I am playing Brawl the Strongheart.
Yes.
A 42-year-old dwarf paladin who has just sworn the Oath of the Ancients. And so, as I continue to get these down, Brawl lives his life by 4 tenets. 1, through his acts of mercy, kindness, and forgiveness, he kindles the light of hope in the world, beating back despair. 2, where there is good, beauty, love, and laughter in the world, he stands against the wickedness that would swallow it. Where light flourishes, he stands against the forces that would render it barren. 3, he delights in song and laughter, in beauty and art. If he allows the light to die in his heart, he cannot preserve it in the world. And lastly, he is to be a glorious beacon for all who live in despair. Let the light of his joy and courage shine forth in all of his deeds.
Damn, that's some powerful stuff. All right, and then below you, a man who does not have 4 tenets, but
Actually, I do. They're to render all things barren. They're to terrible beacon to destroy light. And I'm Cal. I'm playing. I'm playing a Horizon Walker Ranger, and yeah, he's just trying to figure stuff out. Thrown into this situation with these people. So he's doing his best to hang on. Yeah.
all right.
Did you just play him out?
Huh?
It sounds. I think Fred just played you out like in the Oscars.
No, I didn't play my.
All right, let's.
What do you mean?
I put the, I
The
started
music started playing.
Sorry, oh, okay.
No.
All right,
Also,
wrap
I
it
thought
up.
it was good.
He does
I
have
thought it was good
affinity for the
ambiance.
loot.
This,
I thought it was just
also,
like
this hook comes up and.
Showing favoritism toward the rest of us that are just going on and on.
Yeah.
He just starts and you're just like, all right,
Ridiculous.
we're done.
I'm keeping it short and sweet, man.
All right.
yeah, everybody's so good at public speaking. I don't.
But yeah,
I just start like sweating.
so I think
Yeah.
moving forward, I think we're going to kind of figure out a different type of intro that I'm excited to go, because I think 9 episodes of interesting characters and everything we're doing. I think people get the hint. So moving forward, we'll kind of get an idea of a fun little intro for you guys. I would like to work on an actual animated trailer. That'd be kind of cool, but who knows if we could ever do that.
We could figure something out. You could use our production studio.
Oh, there you go.
Ooh. Yeah.
Perfect. All right, guys. Without further ado, though, let's get started. Let's jump into tonight's episode of Dungeons and Dragons. Okay. So last week's episode was quite a doozy, right? So you guys set out from Sturgeon Point, and you got about a half day's journey, and you came to a passing. You're on a mission to go find some Sedan warriors who have been essentially kidnapped and imprisoned by Semet worshippers. On this journey, you encountered a Semet worshipper who was coming down a path holding 2 cave bears. You guys engaged in battle. During the battle, you guys disappeared due to some fey magic, and one by one, as you attacked and killed off the bears and the Semet worshipper, we found you guys at the top of this hill, skinning the bears and using them for sleeping bags, and also someone was trying to make a cape, I do believe, out of the one bear. And we left off with you guys taking a short rest on top of this hill. And then I feel like this would be a good point to hand it back to the group, as you guys are recently relaxed. You have your bear skin and fur, if you will, and ready to resume the day's journey.
So are we camping right now? Like
We were
You're
just
doing a
taking
short
minute.
rest.
okay,
Yes.
so there's no like anything like soup or anything being prepared, anything like that.
If you want to prepare it.
Okay. Oh no, prepare bear? No.
I'm passed out taking a nap.
I was skinning the bears for the hour.
Oh.
Oh, that's right. I was helping you.
You were helping me. Yeah.
Did everyone take a rest enough to be at good health?
Yeah.
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 Okay,
Yeah.
great.
I'm soaking in my my
I was
bag
in this
of
cave.
water.
Okay.
You're so. Wait, did you actually make it a bag of water again?
Yeah.
I'm traumatized, so I'm pretty
Well,
quiet.
is it just me and Brawl? Are we like away from everybody skinning these bears?
Well, let me see here. I do believe I have the map in front of me still.
Or you could just say, yeah.
Yeah. Well,
I think so,
the
yeah.
no, sorry, the bears were up top, so no. So everybody's actually pretty close to each other right now. So the bears climbed up the top of the hill. Everybody's on those giant rocks. And you're pretty much all within like 20, 30 feet of each other.
Danon and I were down in the valley where the
Yeah.
Orog was. We're both down
Yeah.
there.
So it's me, Brawl, and Loki?
Yeah, you, Brawl, and Loki are up top, and then Danan and Lox are below.
Okay, can I lean in to whisper to Brawl so that Loki doesn't hear? How close is he?
Loki right now looks like he's on the other side of the rock, so yeah, you're pretty safe.
All right. Hey,
Can
Brawl.
you put it up on the
Yeah.
Roll20
Yeah,
as
I'm
well?
doing it right now.
Sweet.
That's a
Brawl.
boat. One sec.
Yeah.
That is a boat.
I guess, hold on a sec.
Thomas, what are you doing here?
No.
Thomas, again.
No.
He follows. No. He never dies.
Wait, if we were resting, I probably would have been resting with the rest of the maybe Lox and
You-
Danan.
Sure, you can go down there if you'd like. So you venture down to Lox and Danan. The three of you are kind of in a circle as Loki, as Brawl and Yukalo begin to have a conversation up top.
Hey, Brawl.
Yeah. You're really good at this, by the way.
Thank you. I know. I had a really high roll last game.
Perfect.
Don't you think something's a little bit off here? I feel like I'm missing a piece.
Which
Something's
part?
nagging at me. Well,
Which,
for
which
one
puzzle
thing,
are you referring to?
during that fight, did you notice how everybody turned invisible?
Yep. Yeah, I definitely picked up on that. That was everybody except for the nun.
I think it's also kind of weird that nobody's mentioned it. And
Yeah.
on top of that, these orbs. I've just been thinking about this. What happened to Loki?
Oh yeah, when he was possessed by the being who just kept telling us about all the things that he's been.
Oh, an eagle, a sword. Like, calm down.
Yeah,
But
a writing desk.
was he really a desk? Oh my goodness.
Maybe. My memory is not great.
But it was talking about two orbs, and the way Sarah reacted to that one. Not only Sarah, but did you see how Danon appeared out of nowhere and took it from him? And then everyone was so possessive about it. And all we did was
It
find
does.
it in a box.
It does seem to have a strange effect. Almost like a magnetic effect on people.
It's dangerous.
Could we have been drawn to it?
I don't know if I want to know the answer to that. This stuff
Does
is starting to
seem-
feel like it's above my head.
It does seem to have been a strange thing to have been in a not so civilized encampment.
I'm not going to lie to you, bro. I don't feel safe with these people. I feel like I've seen elf magic before, but if something like that happens again, how long is it before it becomes an issue of my safety? Anyway, I think we should get this over with.
Make good points.
Okay, so as you guys are up top, the group, Yukalo and Brawl begin to venture back down the rocks. They start climbing down, and
Bear pelts.
Loki, Lox, and Danan, you see them coming down. And then the group gets together. Okay. I don't know if you guys wanted to have a conversation before they came down. That's fine.
I toss everyone or whoever doesn't who was in need of a bedroll.
Oh, you've made bedrolls. That's right.
It's mostly just like a skin that you can stretch out on the rock, just in a patch or somewhere, but it'll do the trick.
Well, why don't you go ahead and give it to Danan?
I think I have like 3.
Well, thank you.
Here's one.
Thanks.
And
We
then
don't
you
need
have
these, I guess.
how many
I
more?
have 2 more, and then I took the well, capes are out and cloaks are in, and I'm gonna try to make a bear cape thing, cloak, cowl where its head goes on my head, you know, like that. And
I think that
I
sounds.
have this dead bear head, and I'm just trying to like put it on my head.
You look very intimidating.
Is it
That's
still
really-
is it still bloody?
I would say
It
Probably.
is really intimidating. Like really.
I'd say take about two good long rests. Taking some time putting that together, and
Oh, this is gonna
in the detail you
it's
want.
gonna be a messy one.
So right now it's looking pretty frilled. Like like there's like it's a little droopy on this side. Like the
Not even
it's
cured.
not even really cured too well. It smells a little bit.
It's definitely smelly, or at least it will be very smelly in another couple of hours.
Are the bedrolls smelly?
Bedrolls are pretty good. You did a pretty good job cleaning those up, but they're.
I powdered them down with wood bark.
He spent most of the time
Okay.
on the bedrolls and not enough time on his cape.
Oh, gotcha. Well,
Saving the best for last.
if you have an extra, I wouldn't mind one.
Just toss them one. Can I use?
Thank you, my friends.
I tied them all together with like a little bit of rope, so you can put it on your pack or something.
String.
Okay.
I do so. I put it right back there.
All right. So marching orders. How would you guys like to proceed down this path?
Can hop out in front.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. So
Um,
Oh, the rear.
I'll go seconds.
I'll be
I will be in the middle.
in front of Brawl.
So I am just getting my notes up. Just bear with me for 1 sec. Okay. So we have marching orders. So we have Locks, and then behind Locks is who?
Loki.
I am.
Loki. After Loki.
I am.
Okay. Danan. And then after Danan is that
Me.
Yukala?
Me. Sorry, Cal.
Yukala. And then after Yukala it's gonna be Brawl.
Oh, hey, did you not?
we need to grab any meat from the bears? Do we have enough food supplies?
That's a question for the group. You guys were given rations before you left, though, by the council.
What do the rations consist of?
So mostly it was like grain and bread. So it was like we had bread and some like jerky.
Yeah, so we can
Can I-
use the bear meat.
Can I have taken like some flank as I'm skinning them?
Yeah, that's fine.
I love flank.
Okay.
Hey, DM, I just noticed that you can do something interesting by putting a giant red X on a dead character on the Roll20. Did you know that?
I did not know that, actually. How did you do that?
So you click on the icon, and it's the symbol at the bottom that looks like a marble, a clear white marble. There's an X on the right corner.
Oh, dead.
It means dead.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
That is, I've been using the skull one for dead. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, nice. That'll help. So that means I don't have to keep disappearing them.
Yeah.
Cool. Thank you, sir. All right, so the group wants to carry on then. We will roll for the next 2 hours venturing down the path. And Locks, I will have you roll for perception.
I rolled a 15, but I have a passive of 16, if that means anything.
Okay, we'll just go with your passive. That's fine. So as you guys are venturing down, okay, you can kind of notice that things are getting a little bit more stonier. There's more rocks. The forest is kind of there's enough trees and foliage around, but it's getting more spread out as you guys continue on. You do notice what looks to be like man-made or humanoid-made buildings that from long ago, stones that are kind of piled on top, like ancient ruins, if you will. But they've been there for many centuries at this point, and the moss and the grass has kind of taken it over. Normal, I would say, to you guys in your own country, seeing ruins about as well. But yeah, it's a beautiful day. It's probably right now. It's around 2. The sun's up. It's very lightly clouded. Doesn't look like there's any rain in the forecast for today.
Now I make a general investigation or perception because everything is new for me.
Yeah.
Thank you. Super low.
Okay.
It's a 9.
Okay. So you're just kind of walking around. You're like, from memories that you have, you kind of feel a little bit like you're walking through an area of land that's doesn't have as much life as you're used to, and doesn't have as much going on in regards to whether it's animals or trees, and everything just kind of seems a little bit dead to you in a sense.
Is there any small game?
Running around, there's you can see some rabbits and squirrels and things around, but they're moving around, scurrying around.
Life is kind of muted in here, isn't it?
Seems pretty lively to me.
Is there are there any creatures nearby that I can safely approach, as in without scaring them, not for fear of my life?
I would say probably about 20 feet away, there is 2 rabbits. One rabbit is like this, the other rabbit's jumping over it, and then turns around, and then the other rabbits, they're kind of playing leapfrog together.
Yeah, I walk up to them.
Okay. Roll for stealth. Well, unless you don't want to go stealth, sorry.
No, I'm not trying to go stealth.
Okay, so as you just walk up, they see you and start hopping away. But then they stop about 5 feet, so they hop 10 feet, and they kind of stop and stare at you.
I crouch down and just let my hand out, palm up.
Okay, they're kind of looking at you, the smaller one kind of starts inching forward, sniffing, and then kind of goes up to your palm, sniffing it a little bit.
May I throw him some bread? Just a little bit of my ration, just to take a little piece of the bread off, and I toss it kind of in that direction where Brawl's crouched.
I catch it and just put it in my palm.
The little rabbit comes up and he starts to go bite for the bread.
Yeah, I pet him a little bit.
Okay. Kind of looks up at you. The smaller one, the larger one starts coming over and starts to look at you as well.
I cast Speak with Animals.
Okay.
And I ask them if they have seen anything strange, seen anything not normal.
Just kind of looks up at you like wide-eyed. You're strange. You're not normal.
Yeah. Anybody else like me?
Them over there? And he points, kind of like nudges at your group behind you.
Also like them. Have you seen more?
Uh, maybe maybe a day ago, yeah?
Can you hop in the direction that they went?
You're already on the path.
Which way?
And he kind of,
The way we came? Or the way we're going?
going? Where you going? More food? More food?
Okay.
More food? More food? More food? More food?
Yeah, more food. I signaled to Cal to throw me another crumb. I put it in my palm for them, and actually I drop it on the ground in front of them and just pet them and then walk away.
While you're walking away,
Learn anything?
the little one goes, "Big birds."
Ah, big birds. Thank you. That is helpful. Were they also in the direction that we are going?
Takes the food and starts bouncing away.
Thank you.
Well, that was
rejoined the
wholesome.
I seriously thought you were gonna grab the rabbit and kill it.
Yeah. So Danan just like cleans a tear and here and there, and
So they said that we are on the same track as maybe a group of individuals like us, as much as humans can be like each other or humanoids can be like each other to a rabbit. And to watch out for the big birds.
Doesn't it feel a little awkward to be
noted.
talking to your food?
No. Circle of life. Everything lives, everything dies. Those that die make room for those that live.
And some of those that die make room in your stomach.
Amen.
Very odd. But if you can do it, you know.
You just the warm feeling just faded away. I will, as soon as we start walking, I will just mention to Brawl. So like, that was beautiful.
Oh, thank you. I just through all my friends.
How do you learn?
Oh, go on.
How do you learn? How do you?
It's always felt like an innate thing for me. I've always been drawn to the green, drawn to the forests. As a mountain dwarf, I spent a lot of time in caves, but I was fortunate to grow up in a family that did travel quite a bit, and I always enjoyed the times that we spent out in the woods.
Yeah. Well, that's wonderful. I can completely relate to that, and thank you. I know that you didn't intend it too, but I needed that. So thank you, bro.
Yeah, of course.
Keep walking.
Okay. Sick.
And I go back to waddling.
Oh.
Give
Thank
me
you.
1 sec, guys.
Oh,
Dog's eating the cable again.
what happened?
I guess.
Apologies, my dog was literally about to eat a hair tie. Oh boy. All right. Okay, so the group will carry on now. So it is now right around, I will say, 3 p.m. Terry, you're obviously leading the way still. You're kind of looking about. You notice with your passive perception, the trail you're getting that you're on, the dirt. You can see that there's what looks to be some indents, probably about 15, 20 feet ahead, as you begin to walk towards them.
What kind of indents? Like footprints or holes, or
they look like footprints, but footprints that you're not too familiar with. But roll for history.
11.
Okay, so from your, they look like, you don't know if they are Kenku or if they're Arakakra, but you know it looks like it's a very large bird footprint, and it looks like they're walking in single file. Judging by the impact that it has on the ground, it looks like that they've been there for about a day or so. About a day old.
Okay. All right. I relay that to the group, especially Cal. Ranger, get to rangering.
Yeah. Let me take a look at these. 0.2 meters. Yes. What should I do? Should I roll?
Yeah,
something?
I'm trying to think. So why don't we roll for
tracking?
You have. Let me see here. Hold up your thing.
Nature.
I mean,
nature.
I don't. What? Yeah. Nature.
Yeah, nature.
Wouldn't it
No,
be survival?
yeah. Let's do survival. I mean, it's the same for him, but
It's like I think survival's tracking anyway.
I wish there was an actual tracking stat, But yeah, do survival.
Yeah, I think it counts as survival.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. My survival is only +1, so that's going to be 14.
And roll with. Oh, so you rolled a 14. That'll be good enough. I was gonna say, Terry, you can roll a D4 if you'd like, but I'll let the 14. You can tell that it looks like there's Eric Cochran. It's about a day old, and that it looks like it was a group of anywhere between 5 to 10 that were walking along this path about a day ago.
5 to 10 cocks. I can't quite tell the exact number. The tracks are a little dusty.
Damn dirty cocks.
Any human footprints along with them, like the sedan that we're looking for?
Oh, good question. Do I see any slave footprints?
No, you don't see any.
No. Mostly here it looks like birds. So maybe we should avoid the birds unless they're just beelining it to where we're headed.
Can you tell how fresh the tracks are?
About a day old, roughly. I would say anywhere from 16 to 22 hours.
So you'll be able to tell then if we're getting closer?
Yeah.
So we can keep our distance while we follow them?
Yeah.
Why do you suppose that they were walking, not flying?
Are you
Is it
asking
densely
me?
wooded area?
I'll ask anyone who wants to listen.
I mean, I can't get inside of the head of a bird, but I mean, if I could fly and I chose not to, it's to avoid someone from seeing me in the air. That would be my guess.
They're probably hiding.
But that's just, I guess. Who knows?
That makes the most sense.
How densely wooded is this area?
I thought it was mostly rocks.
It's spread out. There's trees. I would say there's probably a tree every 20, 25 feet at this point, as opposed to it was like tree on top of tree on top of tree. When the forest
looks like
for the forest thick.
So it looks like we've got cocks on the rocks.
Why did I pick Eric Cochran? Lord. Okay, so we will continue forward. It is 3 in the afternoon. Let's roll for another 2 hours, Terry.
$23.
Ooh, beautiful. So as you guys continue on, you're looking at these tracks. You can tell that they're still carrying on the same path you are. The sun's is getting a little bit lower in the sky. It is in this area. It's more getting closer to fall. It's still end of summer, I would say. So the sun isn't as high as it normally would be this late in the evening. Probably like in August, if you will, August, September time, and you guys are getting a little bit more tired and hungry as you pass on, because you've been walking now for the better part of 5 hours, and you can kind of feel your tummy growling, and as the group is kind of just stampering forward. But yeah, the tracks still seem like they've been there for a little bit.
How's everyone feel about taking a short rest?
Yeah, sure.
We can keep going through the night.
I believe that while we were walking and all that, I will probably ask Lux if he knew any kind of like non-poisonous berries or stuff that it was more edible.
I actually probably should. I mean, I probably should at this point in my life. I do know that I've inherited a new skill of being adept with a poisoner's kit. So I should be pretty adept at finding out if something's poisonous or not. DM?
Yeah.
Are there any berries around I could take a look at?
I will say that as you look around, you don't really see any berries, but you do see up top in a tree, you see a nest and some eggs.
Can you see?
No.
They're big eggs. They're pretty good size.
So after the gory display of bear situation that Danan saw, she doesn't stomach meat right now, so she's been looking for nuts again, and like berries.
You guys do have
whatever.
some salted nuts with you.
Ooh.
Well, I'm gonna save them, and that's going to be my supper.
I as part of my background, I've a lot of experience. I can feed up to 5 people each day, provided that the land offers very small game, water, so forth.
Yeah, if you wanted to go step out and gather things, and I would say that would probably take you maybe like 30 minutes or so to find enough stuff if you wanted to go venture out in your surroundings.
Sure, and I'll be looking for like plant-based, so like radishes, maybe. We have bear steaks, so like maybe some mushrooms.
What kind?
That's great.
I knew you were going to say that, Rick.
Some bears.
That sounds nothing like bear steak and mushrooms.
Yum, yum.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
As my girlfriend slightly judges me from the couch over here. Okay. So, go ahead.
What's the plan for long rest?
Probably can take. I mean, we have been walking fairly all night.
And
All day?
battle.
It's
And
not
all
night
day.
yet, Loki. Look up.
No, we were walking. We've been traveling since last night. It has been a long time.
We left.
No,
in
we
the
left this morning.
What?
Yeah, you left in the morning.
Where are you?
So you guys took
I thought we left in the middle of the night because it was something that we were rushing. But maybe
you had a
I'm wrong.
That was my campaign.
Yeah,
Oh, jeez.
you had a long rest, and you left in the morning after you guys gave the key back to Sarah.
That's right.
And then also had a moment with the blacksmith.
A blacksmith.
Yeah, that's all right. I got the hand axes mixed up between the two last week.
I noticed that too.
I even had it written in my notes, like get replacement hand axes. I'm like, why is it in these notes?
Well, we need to talk to Scarface again, so.
Oops.
Uh,
Scarface the blacksmith.
that's
Yeah.
neat.
Hey, it's the street
Okay, so
cred, but
at this
he's not going for
at
that.
this point, I will say, Kyle,
Cooking up.
you come back with you found some pumpkins, some wild pumpkins.
Interesting.
Yeah.
A gourd.
And you found some mushrooms. And roll a d20 for me really quick.
Nat 20.
So while you were also out on your ventures, you found the components to make a greater healing potion.
Oh, good for me. Awesome.
It would probably take you a short rest to put it together.
Yeah, I'm gonna just put it in my little satchel for the moment.
All right.
Whatever that is, that may be herbs and the like, I'm guessing. Guys, look, I burst out of the brush. Hey, I found food.
Ah, wonderful. What's for dinner?
Great.
I don't know. Who can cook? I'm terrible at cooking.
Ooh.
I mean, I've learned a few things about cooking meats, and you have there. Is that
I got two slabs of steak in my pack and some pumpkins. I found a little patch, so they're just some little guys, like little sugar pumpkins.
Oh, good.
And, yeah.
Well,
yeah.
Okay, so I can make a pumpkin stew if you would like to try.
I'll roast up those bear steaks. I think we can get something really nice going.
All right, Josh, roll. Who's making the bear steaks? Roll a d10, and then Carly, you're making the pumpkin stew. Roll
Yeah.
Roll a d10.
Plus anything?
Nope.
Performance?
No.
No.
4.
Oh, it's a 9.
Okay. So, you hand out all the plates. Everybody gets their stews, and the steak. You guys take a taste of the stew. Amazing! It tastes when it goes in your mouth, it's melting. It just tastes delicious.
Buttery, yeah.
And those of you who are eating
Nutmeg.
the bear steak, you bite into it, and it's one of the worst tasting things. It's rough. It's hard to.
It wasn't a 1.
It's not.
It's not a 1.
Super tough to pull out. It's edible, but it's not. You guys are not enjoying the bear steak at all.
Wash it down with the pumpkin.
It's a little.
As I eat
It's a little undercooked in parts and overcooked in others, as if it was only half cooked on one side. He forgot to flip it.
I just put it in the pumpkin stew and mix it up.
This is about as good as I get most of the time.
All right.
Nothing new for me.
Wow, that's harsh.
We didn't say anything.
Yeah.
I know.
So he is like quietly judging himself. He's like, "Shit, I did this."
I've had
So
tough
bad.
stew meat before. It's cool.
Guys, I'm sorry. I'm honest. I never actually cooked bear meat before. It's a little bit different. I wish I had some salt. Didn't have any salt.
Oh, we should have gotten salt.
I should make a seasoning kit.
Oh, that's.
Oh,
that'd be
that's
nice.
that's really cool.
Not that
Yeah,
I
season.
know anything about cooking.
Danan, as you guys are sitting around talking and kind of getting to know each other a little bit better, and I'd say probably maybe like 20-30 minutes have passed by at this time. You still have probably you could probably get in before it gets dark, another 2.5 hours worth of walking. Danan, you notice some like a vibration coming from your pocket.
My pocket or my bucket?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I believe that I'm the one who's carrying the
where you put the compass. So that's you feel
in my bosom.
Yeah. Okay, so
It's in my bosom.
gotcha. So you feel some movement happening, as if like you have something crawling around in there.
I adjust my bra. Does keep vibrating?
Yes.
I will do like a simple. Whoop, whoop.
You can see the pointer on the compass is spinning very quickly, and then as soon as you look at it, it stops, and then it points down the trail.
And I take it out.
And it points to you, and then it then it flips to the trail, and then it points to you, and then it flips back to the trail.
Uh-oh.
What is that?
Oh, what?
I guess we are in danger?
So while you say that, a vine from the compass stretches out, and it literally starts pointing towards.
Whoa!
And it grows a little bit, and it points towards the trail.
I fall back off wherever I'm sitting and spill all my pumpkin stew everywhere.
What is that?
This is the compass that was given to me.
By who?
I don't know.
Oh.
I am going to speak in Sylvan to her, to Danan, and say,
Okay.
it looks pretty urgent. You think
And-
that we are supposed to follow it?
And I will reply in Sylvan as well. And I will say, I think that the information we were given is privilege. And I think that we should move.
And I'll say in common, I think that the bear is pretty spoiled. I don't think it's very tasty. We'll try again a little bit later. How about we all just keep heading down the trail? I think everyone ready?
I glare at Loki and throw my half pumpkin at him.
You have a half a pumpkin?
Whatever was left, or in the bowl or whatever, just some leftover whatever's, some scraps, throw it at you.
All right, so I'm gonna use prestidigitation and just like stop it from. I don't know. Does that work? Where you could just
You
essentially.
can clean like a.
I'll tell you
You
what.
can clean. You can clean an area of yourself.
I'll tell you what. I will catch it with Mage Hand, and then just wipe it on him.
Okay, so I'm gonna have you guys roll against each other, and see if this works. Roll a d20 to whoever. If he rolls higher than you, Barney, then he caught it with his mage hand. If you roll higher than him, then it.
I rolled a 10.
19.
Okay. So the latter happens.
Ah!
While they're fighting, like brothers, I will just turn off I think there was like a camping fire or something. I will turn it off with using
Prestidigitation.
Prestidigitation.
Yeah, and I will call on Lux and say, Lux, let's move.
You ready? Yeah, I was waiting on the children to finish up, but I'm ready when you guys are.
So
what
is
Lux,
the rush?
I'm gonna do this with my Mage Hand, pointing at Lux, and just be like,
I'm gonna
And then-
get up and then get really close to Loki, and then in full Elvish, in Sylvan, say, "Why are you keeping secrets?" Very quietly, so only he can hear. And then I'm gonna push him and walk away.
look who's talking, Mr. Killer. I'm not there.
Oh, that's funny. Okay, so same marching orders.
Nobody trusts in
Yeah.
each other.
Okay, so as you get.
Well, why is
walk-
everyone speaking in fucking code?
I walk past them and also speak in Sylvan.
"Oh shit!"
You don't need to talk in Sylvan.
Okay, that's my native language. That will be so much easier, guys. And I start talking like, so we need to go this way. So ranting really quickly.
Tell
And so
us
then,
all about your
on.
family and your friends and
No, not
where you
quite.
grew up.
Can
Not
Locke
quite, but-
speak Sylvan?
No, I cannot.
Yes.
So if we ever want to say anything that we don't want Loxton hear.
That's just rude.
All right. So the group is going to carry on down the road. It's getting a little bit later in the evening. And you guys come to a path. There is a river and a giant cliff. And it's about 15 feet apart. And there is a, 20, I would say more like, 25 feet apart. And there is a rope in the middle, and there's a tree branch that is hanging over this. And it looks like you have to jump about 15 feet, grab on, and swing across to get to the other side if you so choose.
Is that the only way, or can I come up with another way to get myself across?
You can definitely try. It's
I build wings.
yeah, it looks like there's
With a cape.
giant.
Just start flapping the
As
cape.
far as you can see, it almost looks like there's just about a 25-30 foot divide, and just cliff face that you don't know where it goes down to. You can't see as far as it goes.
Is the cliff or I guess is the other side, is it elevated or
It's even.
lower?
It's even.
It's even.
It looks like the
cliff is
other
just
side
hanging
could
down.
actually fit into. You know, like in Star Wars in the Force Awakens when the land split, and
Sure.
when Kylo and Rey were fighting at the end.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like that. So it one side kind of split from the other, and then you can't see.
Think you could use that hand to grab that rope? How far does that thing go?
It can go fairly far. So I can do it 30 feet, actually. So I go ahead and use Mage Hand and pull the rope closer.
It can go 30 feet, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that would work. Okay, so you grab it, pulls it back. How many times can you cast Mage Hand? Is it a
As many as I want. It's a
Cantrip?
cantrip, yeah.
Well,
So, but this was like 15 feet in front of us anyway,
Mhm.
right? So it wasn't like,
Mhm.
so we
so we
could.
got like a
grab it
30-foot
easily.
gap or something. Should we just
We
swing
kind of want
across?
to investigate the. So even with Mage Hands, I can kind of like tug at it, as if I'm pulling essentially 10 pounds. It's like I guess the max tug. But just kind of making sure that it's safe.
It feels sturdy.
All right. And I'll, with Mage Hands, glide it over to Ocala and say, there you go.
Thanks.
How about you try it first?
I'm already jumping
Okay.
before he can finish his sentence.
So are you just
You try it
where,
first.
are you getting a running start, or how are you doing this?
Well, I'm assuming so. I've got the rope that's connected to a midpoint,
Mhm.
right? So using inertia, I should be able to just swing on across.
Okay. And you roll D20 real quick. No.
Natural one.
Oh. So you do make it to the other side, but as you do, you
No.
don't let go, and you pull it, and it
Oh.
snaps the branch up top, and the top and the rope go to you.
I look back across the other side, my eyes a little wide.
And
You said it was good.
And
I could have died.
the branch is heavy, and let go of the rope, and the rope falls down the cliffside. And now you're standing on the other side of a 30-foot gap with no rope any longer.
I look at the ground. I look over.
What
Right.
the hell?
Yeah. I
You're
look
supposed
around.
to let the rope go.
I'm just too strong, too awesome. This rope couldn't handle. I have an idea. It's not a great one. So while I'm talking, I'm just gonna start taking.
I
some rope
can't
out of my
really
pack.
hear you.
and I tie it around an arrow, and I'm gonna fire an arrow, and I say, "Watch out!" and I just fire it across with my.
How long is the rope?
Let me see how much I've got.
50 feet.
Should be 50 feet.
It should be 50.
You
feet,
never
but
know.
I'm not.
I know some of you lost some
Yeah,
rope.
I just want to make sure. No, that
But we got 250 feet more before we
Yeah.
left the encampment.
we all got some rope.
Okay.
So yeah, so I should have 50 feet of rope. So I'll just fire it off. Should I roll for the rope? Oh wait. Oh shoot. Yeah. Yep.
How much rope? 250.
I just
Okay.
No.
So no,
just
it goes to the other
50,
side. No,
50.
no problem.
Okay. So it goes.
But is he still holding on to it?
It's on the ground.
Yes.
I'm gonna pick up.
It's only
my
about
end.
30 feet, so he doesn't. It's kind of like a nice little short. So you guys have an arrow with some rope, and you guys are both holding a side.
Yeah, we need to tie it to something on its side.
Yeah.
Where does it hit?
Are there any
On the
trees
ground.
nearby?
There's the
Okay.
one tree that kind of goes over that was hanging over, but the branch is half snapped.
Where's
So you'd have to.
Where's the tree trunk?
It's
Is it on our side or
it's on
there?
your it's on
There
your
it is.
side.
What
Okay.
have I got on my side?
On your side, it's pretty barren.
Oh, great.
Can you give me the rope end, and I'll climb up to the tree and tie it again, and maybe someone more graceful will swing across next time.
I feel like we might want to avoid the swinging part
I'm open to any ideas to get across.
Wait.
I mean, I can
and
There's
just
just have a static line.
Is this tree growing just like out of this pit?
So no, the tree's on the side that you guys are on. It's about 5 feet back, and it's tall, and it
okay,
had a
so it's
branch
going-
that kind of hung over the middle of it,
Over. Gotcha.
and then it was.
So is the tree itself tall enough to go across? If it was cut down, tall enough to go across the ravine?
It's pretty tall. I would say it's about 60 feet. So yeah, if you wanted to cut the tree down and walk across it,
How thick is it?
pretty thick. It would take a lot of energy.
Are we talking
Your
So we
4
could-
feet
trees.
thick?
could,
I would say
push
think like
it.
redwood thick.
Oh, this
Okay, we're not cutting that down.
Nah.
Holy moly!
What else do we see?
What if it's like angle, or it's just straight?
Straight up.
Because if it's
But the
angle,
branch,
we could
the
just
branch,
jump and
there's still a branch that's hanging out a pretty good portion, but it would take. You notice it would probably take about from your your travel. It'd probably take a running head start to with your swing to get across.
Okay.
Okay.
So what if we tied the rope to the branch that's still there, assuming it is sturdy enough? We can look at it, check it, and then rather than swing to the other side, have Cal secure it to the
And then-
ground on the other side, and then we can just lower ourselves down the rope from the branch to the other side.
Well, I could tie it and just jump to the other side.
You want to jump or you want to swing? Or you're talking about jumping from the branch?
Yeah, take it with me.
Up the tree.
Up the tree.
Yeah.
Okay, Carla, roll a d20.
What me?
Carla,
what am I doing?
Carla. Sorry, excuse me. Danan. Sorry, apologies.
So plus anything.
We can use your say nature or survival. Do survival.
Oh, okay. So that's 16.
Okay.
I have +1.
Okay. So you climb up, no problem. You tie it. The other end. So
It's just sturdy.
Carla, you have the other end. And then she tied it to the top. So you could, hypothetically, if you wanted to, you could slide down or climb down the rope to the other side if you wanted to, because you have the other end on your side and the other end's attached up top.
So, I could essentially like.
Let
from where
go.
I'm at. I could let go, or I could swing back to the other side.
Right.
Ooh.
You'd have to probably cut the rope to swing to the other side, but yeah.
Why? If it's connected, it's 50 feet. It just goes to me. It's only tied on
Right.
one
To
end.
swing
I'll
across,
just
though,
hold
you
on
have
the other
another
end.
200 feet of rope that's going to hold you back. That you're.
No,
I
we
need
had
50 feet of rope.
we had 250 feet of total.
Oh,
rope,
okay, my
but
bad.
50 feet
Divided
like-
into
Gotcha,
50
gotcha,
foot
gotcha.
lengths.
Okay, so you have
Yeah.
50 foot of rope. Yeah, you could swing back across if you wanted to.
So are we not trying to get across?
Well, I don't. What's the plan?
I will try to
I'm
just
just holding
Cal.
the rope.
Do you have anything to secure the rope to the ground so you don't have to support anyone's weight as they come over?
I look from side to side.
Something sharp that you can just plant into the ground and tie the rope around.
I don't know if I have any stakes. Not bear stakes, anyway. Let me see in my equipment. In my
A
backpack.
torch? A torch?
I have my sword, but yikes. A javelin. I have a javelin.
There we go.
It was on my back the whole time. It's a giant wooden stake. I'm gonna slam it into the ground and then tie the rope around it, and then I'm gonna hold on to the javelin, like for extra support.
Just for me, roll a d20.
Should I add anything?
Strength.
Or do you like
Strength.
the number 12?
Strength. Add your strength.
Oh, strength plus 1. Yeah, so 13.
Okay. So yeah, it's in there. It's not as sturdy as you would like, but you try to push it in as hard as you can, and it doesn't seem like it's moving, but it's you think it's good enough, but it's borderline.
I think I could get one at a time. Maybe starting with the lightest, so we can have a little bit extra.
Can I scramble up the tree?
Yeah. Yeah, not a problem. For you, it's
All
you
right.
get up there pretty quick.
Yeah. What's the branch that's out the furthest? Is that the one that we tied the
Yeah,
rope to?
it broke in half. So before it was about 15 feet hanging over. Now it's about 10 feet. So you still have another 20 feet to get to the other side.
All right. Then I just run along the branch and then jump at the end of it and midair turn around, flip you guys off.
You are.
You guys are wasting time.
You guys are pretty high in the air, though, in terms of height.
How far?
It's about.
Gosh,
It's
Can
about
I
70,
I see him start to
70
fly
feet.
up.
Oh, I thought it
I'm
was
gonna
a
try to
tree.
catch him.
It's a
like
redwood, so
football.
think of it like a redwood tree. It's pretty high.
He's already in the air. I got you.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with what I did.
All right.
If you can catch me.
So
I do have acrobatics. I don't know if I can throw anything
yeah.
out.
So as you're falling, you are chasing around trying to catch him. Roll for.
I definitely just left the
Yeah,
javelin.
you left it
there.
Roll for
Nobody
performance,
used the rope yet.
Yukalo. Roll for performance.
That's going to be us. Ooh, 17.
Okay, so he lands and you catch him, but you feel a burning sensation. Roll a is it a wisdom saving throw?
Wisdom 12, DC
So you have
12.
to beat a DC.
Wisdom, not Constitution for poison.
For me, oh sorry, so you're right. I'm sorry. It
Roll-
is perception.
He's so
Roll a
smart.
Constitution saving throw.
19.
Okay, so you feel a burning sensation, but you're okay, and Lox, you're okay.
Okay.
I immediately drop him.
Thank you,
What was
Cal.
that?
You're a buddy.
Lux, are you okay, Lux?
Always, princess.
He let out a hearty laugh in response to his
Dude, is it safe to go down now?
Easy as pie.
So
as soon as
So
pulling
the
the javelin
rope
again.
is still
so
like
I'm gonna re-grab the javelin. Lox, can you get the lower half?
Sure.
okay, so what would the rest of the group like to do?
I will cross.
Okay, so as you roll a d20 for me, Carla.
Shoot.
Are you like ziplining then? Like
I think I'm going like kind of like summer camp, just like teddy bear hold, like just like go. Plus anything?
Strength, because you're just holding on for dear life.
Yeah.
You don't have any strength.
Oh my god, that's 10.
Um,
I don't have any strength.
so as you kind of lose grip, but you slide down and you take a lot of rope burn. You're going to take 2 points of damage. Your
2 points of rope burn damage.
Yeah.
Rope
your hands
burn.
are pretty raw and starting to bleed.
That's the
I
that's
have
the worst
friendship
kind of
gloves.
damage.
Huh?
I have gloves.
It burns.
My friendship
Did you
gloves.
put them on?
I haven't taken them off.
Okay, so the rope burned.
They're gone.
They were really thin. The rope burned through the one, and now you have,
No,
and there's blood kind of soaking through a little bit.
my friendship gloves. I mend
I
them.
shout to the next person. Whoever's coming across next, don't use your hands.
Don't. Yeah.
Use like your sword or something.
Don't use your sword.
Just caught the. Yeah. That's
In a
smart.
Scabbard.
Yeah.
In
Yeah.
a scabbard.
I turn to
Not
Loki.
just a bare blade.
I turn to Loki and say, so I'm not really good at the whole tree climbing thing.
Do you want me to toss you?
Preferably not.
Well, I don't know how we can help you.
I'm gonna give you another piece of rope that I would like you to climb up to the branch when you go,
Okay.
and then I will tie the other end around, and I'm gonna need your help to pull me as I try and
Jump from the.
up this tree.
Well,
Okay.
this will be interesting to say the least.
Belay on.
Uh,
All right, so Loki, you climb up to the top, and you toss the rope down. And while you're walking up, Brawl, roll d20 for me, adding your strength.
Ooh, 22.
Oh.
Oh wait, yeah.
Okay, yeah, you're just boom, 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 and now you're up at the top, and you're freaking out a little bit. And you
Yeah,
have
I'm gripping
about-
the tree
you have
branch.
about 50 feet of rope, and if you fall, you're falling 50 feet with rope tied around your waist.
Sweet.
Could hurt.
all right, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to take... I've actually been holding on to these manacles. They're basically like the restraints, like the chain restraints from the prison. And I am going to clip them onto the rope. And also tie Brawl's like waist rope to it. And then just basically like push him off.
Nice. Yep.
You slide down. The rope starts to kind of rip a little bit from the chain, kind of scrapping. I guess it makes it a little bit thinner, and you can see that as he.
Not the chain portion, more like so they're like the wrist part. So it would be a bit more smooth, I think.
All right, I'll allow it.
Not these manacles. They're old and rusty.
Yeah, I'll allow it just because it's creative and I like it. So you make it down to the other side, no problem. And now, what would you like to do, Loki?
I will take my rapier and go like that and slide down.
Sheathed or unsheathed?
Sheathed.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just wanted to clarify.
I just got the rope.
You put the.
I mean,
Oh, yeah, the rapier wouldn't cut the rope, but the rapier would probably bend, snap right in half.
It's also pretty true.
Yeah.
Okay, and roll a d20 while you're doing that, and use your acrobatics.
$21.
All right, you make it to the other side, and the group is all together.
Wow.
Impressive.
How much of this rope can we
Salvage.
Back. Yeah.
How far was that? Like basically up.
I would say that was about 50 feet in the air.
Okay. I can't really do much about part of the rope. I could probably because it was tied to the tree. So I guess I'll just use Mage Hand with a dagger and go over as far as it can go, the 30 feet, and just cut it.
Okay. All right. So you cut 30 feet. So 20 feet of the rope is kind of just hanging there from the top, and you guys now have 30 feet of your rope dangling by a mage hand.
That was my rope.
Yeah.
That was. It's still tied to my javelin, so I start rolling it in.
Okay.
And then put the javelin back. So now I have 30 feet of rope.
All right, and at this particular moment, we are going to take a. I don't want to do a full 10, guys. Let's do like a 7-minute break. Okay, I want to keep this going. So 7 minutes. It is 8:56. So be back at 9:03, no later.
Okie dokie.
Okay.
We'll try.
Yes, Dad.
Thank you.
Yeah.
See you in 7 minutes.
8:57.
6 minutes and 56 seconds. 6 minutes and 55. All right. See y'all soon. All right, 9:03, just like I said. Oh, at 9:10. Okay, no worries. We got close. Terry changed hats.
Did I?
No, you had the black one on before. I just realized. Unless it's two-sided colors, maybe I could be wrong. Oh, well, that makes sense then.
Ooh.
Same hat, two-toned hat. There you go. Is that a baseball hat?
It is a Boba Fett baseball.
Oh, that's beautiful. That's great.
Nice.
All right, let's start back. Again, guys, if you are watching our stream, we would appreciate a subscribe, a like, and to tell a fellow adventurer about our campaign. It goes a long way, and we appreciate the support as we continue on after this episode to episode 10, which will be a milestone. So that'll be fun. So with that being said,
Wait. Plus, check out Mainframe Comic-Con channel. They got tons of interviews up there and everything.
That's very true.
So.
We have our another convention that we're running for Mainframe Comic-Con. It is going to be on, actually, let me just make sure I have the dates correct. 1 second. MainframeComicCon.com. And the dates, which we just redesigned the website, and it looks glorious. We're going to have Previews World, IDW, Source Point Press, Heavy Metal, Top Cow Comics, artists, writers, and artisans, Magnetic. We have great hosts, hosts that are going to be interviewing many different guests. We have a Walking Dead reunion panel with 20 different cast members that are going to be joining us from The Walking Dead.
Whoa!
No way.
Where did it? So that's going to be very exciting. We have Al Ewing, who is from did Immortal Hawk. We have Donnie Cates, who's worked on Thor, Venom, God Country, Baby Teeth. We have Jacques, who worked on Batman and other various titles. We have Kevin Eastman, the creator of Ninja Turtles. Axel Alonso, who's Chief Creating Officer of AWA, which is Artists, Writers, and Artisans. He's also Marvel Editor-in-Chief from 2011-2018. We have Colin Bunn, who worked on Uncanny X-Men, Deadpool. We have Steve Orlando, who worked on Midnighter, Supergirl, Wonder Woman. We have many other guests that are going to be coming as well. Some comic authors. Bob Sally from Source Point Press is going to be on the show. Ashley Robinson, who was on Jupiter Jet, Redshirt Diaries. The list goes on and on and on. Frank Gogol will be on there. Drew Zucker.
Wow.
This is all
and
you
can have access to this if you subscribe to Mainframe Comic-Con.
Yeah, so this when I looked this up is it's going to be in 23 days, 11 hours, and 47 minutes. So that is going to be, I believe, on August 15th and 16th. It's a 2-day event, and we'll be streaming live interviews with all these various people. So we look forward to having you on. I put the link in the description so you can subscribe there, and you'll be able to keep up to date on all the Mainframe Comic-Con news and stuff of that nature. So,
and this is supporting a charity too, right?
Yes. So they haven't announced the charities yet. I'm pretty sure, but yes, this is going to be going to various charities.
Excellent.
Oh, that's great. Mainframe is just flexing some muscles.
Yeah, I mean
now.
literally they just announced it while we were on air. So it's August 15th and 16th,
awesome.
2-day online event, mainframecomiccon.com. It is going to be 20 plus cast members and a special surprise guest. So I don't even know who could be the surprise guests from, but yeah, I mean, out of 20 cast members. So I'm excited. But with that being said, let's get back to our show, which is, we haven't named it yet, but Dungeons and Dragons. All right, so you guys just made it over this little verge, break in the ground, and you're on the other side. The path it's very rocky. The trees are even more spread out. The ground looks a little bit more dry at this point. There's some shrubbery. There's still some green. It's not desert by any means, but it's getting more and more, looks like just kind of decayed, dead. Lox, you look at the ground, the prints are gone. So you don't see them anywhere at this point. And you have about 2 hours left of sunlight, and you're pretty much kind of in the wide open right now.
And we know which way we're supposed to be heading, right? Like towards the camp. We have a general idea.
Is the compass still pointing anywhere?
You pull the compass out, and it's pointing forward.
Back across. Son of a...
Maybe I shouldn't have cut that rope.
All right. Well, we got 2 hours to follow the arrow. Let's put feet to the
Let's
dirt.
say
Let's go.
maybe take another hour and a half, and then set up camp maybe a little bit outside the path.
Okay.
Fair enough.
So let's roll for the last 2 hours of sunlight then. Locks.
Wait. How urgent do we need to rescue these? How urgently do we need to?
They've been.
I have tactics.
So you
I'm asking the
Oh,
party.
okay. My bad. You're asking me. My bad.
I mean, if you recall when we were captured, they were pretty adamant about having us executed quickly.
But
Yeah.
There also say that they've been prisoners for a while now,
Yeah.
so they've
And
been
all this-
kept alive.
For twofold, I think it's a priority because the more we bring back, the more gold, if you want to think about it that way. But also,
Yeah.
The way
Been
I'm
held
thinking
back to
about
the
it
village.
is, we burn through daylight and we burn through night as well. We just keep going.
That's if we can actually, maintain our strength throughout the night and then be able to attack. And we don't even know what's on the other end, where we're headed.
Yeah.
I'm down to keep
Much better prepared to support you guys in battle after a long rest, because right now I'm pretty spent in that department.
Yeah.
So it's probably best. I mean, we can't help these prisoners if we're at our worst. So I do believe we should get this night's rest at some point. So
Yeah.
And we can still get up early.
All right.
I would like to scout ahead through the night while you guys rest.
Okay. Are you guys resting right now, or are you going to keep walking for another 2 hours?
keep walking.
Yeah.
We're
Until-
walking.
Okay.
We're still walking. Just discussing.
Roll. Terry, you're still leading the way, right?
Mhm.
Okay. As you guys continue to walk, the sun is beginning to set. It's getting dark. You're coming up on the 2 hours. Terry, roll a d20 for perception.
Well, can I use my passive?
Sure.
Okay.
16.
I'd much rather.
Or was that 15?
16.
Okay,
Yeah, 16.
I'll allow the passive. As you kind of come up, you see what you're coming up to some. Why is the word escaping me? You're coming up to a ruin, and you see some glowing lights coming from inside the ruins. It's kind of all stone, so you can't really see inside, but there's some steps and that lead up into what looks like a carved out doorway that leads into this ruin. You do see some what kind of looks like might be a figure or a statue. It's hard for you to tell at this particular time. Posted up on top of the ruin, there might be two, and that's what you're seeing right now.
How far away?
I would say you are probably about 15, 20, maybe no. We'll give you about 40 feet at this point. You kind of came out of a little bit of a brush, and you enter up into this area, and you're about, I'd say about anywhere between 20 to 40 feet away from it.
40 feet away-ish. All right.
Okay. Can we identify what those glowing lights are?
Yeah, you can kind of you can see smoke kind of going up. You would assume that it was campfire.
How big is this ruins? Is it big enough to hold like a whole garrison of people, or is it like just a shack?
It's pretty
ruin
big. It's
type
pretty
thing?
big. It is, I would say, from what you gather, wide. You don't know how deep it goes. I would say it's probably maybe about maybe like 100 feet wide.
Ouch. All right, well, holding up the little hand to stop everybody, and then like pulling everybody back to whisper and relaying everything that you just said. Yeah, so we're way too early to be at the encampment, right? Group.
As far as I know, it was
It was 2 days.
Does anybody have
Travel.
3 days, right?
dark vision to see if those are actually statues or people?
It was likely
Yeah.
the Aracochrans. Remember those that we were following?
Could be.
Brawl, using your dwarven eyes, what do the figures on top of the roof look like?
Oh, I see, DM.
They look like they look bird-like. They look like Eric Cochran, but you can only really see their silhouette.
And how many do I
You
see?
see two that are on top of the ruins. Roll for history.
Six.
You don't know if they've seen you or but it looks like they might be keeping guard.
All right. So let's go find some brush real quick.
While this is happening, you guys, the group is kind of whispering and talking together. Danan, you hear your name, but very quietly, and you hear it in your head, but it's kind of pulling you away from the group to the right.
Who said that?
Do we notice? Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you mentioned that.
You're what?
Nothing. I think I heard my name, but
The rest of the group is kind of not paying attention to you while this is happening. So you hear it, it's pulling you away, and you're kind of getting the sense of it's like Danan from like 10, 15 feet to the right, and your compass is kind of going crazy.
do I have anyone next to me?
They're kind of discussing on what to go to the shrub, go to the best, and as you're kind of noticing this, you're kind of the branches from your compass is kind of pulling and pushing you and kind of steering you around a little bit, and then kind of actually pushing you. It's like it's forming and pushing you. As this is happening, your compass stretches out and it forms this giant arch, and it starts very quickly turning into what looks like a doorway made of thorns, and it's about 6 feet tall at this point, and this light comes across and it sucks you in. And then while this is happening, the rest of the group is still talking. You are gone.
I wanted to reach out.
You shouted, and all they hear is "Got!" And the doorway closes, turns back into the compass, is laying on the ground. So the group kind of hears "Guy" while you guys are in mid conversation, and now Danan's compass is on the ground.
What was that? Was that Danan?
What?
That was. Did anybody see? Did someone grab her? Is she gone? What did anybody see?
While you guys are having this conversation, we are going to cut and move.
Fuck.
Okay. Hopefully you can only see a portion of this. Is that correct?
You can only
Yep.
see.
On D20,
On D20.
I just see branches.
Okay.
Okay.
Wait, what?
So, Danan, you are... it should be black on the rest up, right?
It's completely black, yeah.
I figured out how to do Fog of War, folks. Don't look at the stream while we're playing this. So what you see, you come through and you land on your knees. Okay, let's get some music going here.
I haven't even been able to talk to anybody.
You land, you're on your knees, you look up, and these branches and these vines are in front of you, and it's almost kind of like flat, like it's bridge like. You look up and you see what looks like a giant statue that's kind of holding up this bridge, and it's all leading in one direction. What would you like to do? It's very foggy. It's hard to see. It's thick as the bridge starts to open up. So you can't really see that well. You probably see maybe about 10 feet in front of you as you walk.
I just like start cleaning my eyes. Okay. Start walking.
Okay. As you walk forward, one second here. Okay, you begin to notice as you cut through the fog, you look to the left and to the right, and you can see the edge of the bridge, and then you notice that you are looking at you're standing in the middle of the bridge, and you notice that it's being held up by two praying gods, what it looks like, or statues of deities, and it feels very familiar to you in a sense. You get the idea that you almost have a comfort, but you're scared at the same time.
Yeah, fucking gods. I will turn around and see the direction that I came from. Do I see anything? Like, no doorway, no anything.
So you can feel air and wind gushing past you. You kind of get the sense that you're very, very high up. Almost... It feels like you're at, like, almost, compare it to, you're at the top of a skyscraper, or, that 100-foot tree. You're literally, you kind of have that fear of falling where you are. You look to your right, you can't see the bottom of these statues, and they're massive, massive statues, and the eyes are glowing, and as you walk, they're kind of tracing with you as you walk.
Can I make a history check to see if I recognize?
Yeah, make a history check.
Can I show you?
What was it?
I don't know if you can see.
What is it? I can't.
You're going to say it.
Hey, you moved here.
What was it?
It was a 20.
Natural 20? Okay. I have like 50 screens up, so I'm like, okay. So you get this feeling of Fae, and it reminds you of things you've heard from where you're from, of an area that's been hidden for a very long time to you, but you get the sense of familiarity and of the fact that this is almost, you feel almost like you're home.
Okay. Then I will keep walking to the other side of the bridge.
So you carry on. You can hear a voice as you get closer. There's this.
Do I recognize the voice? Is the same one that...
You don't recognize the voice. And you hear "Welcome, Danan." And there's about a 30-foot wall and some stairs that lead to the right. Did you want to continue up the stairs, or what would you like to do?
Well, there's stairs and just a wall, right?
There's a wall, and then to the right there's a set of stairs that takes you up about 15 feet, and then...
Is there anything written on the wall?
No, it's all made of natural... Like, it's just all gravel. The steps themselves are made of what looks like black, like volcanic rock, if you will. And it's very green everywhere. Everything just seems very natural to you.
I will. I will. I will walk up the stairs.
Okay. So you walk up the stairs. As you get to the top,
I will make sure. I will make a mental note. As soon as I come back, I will talk to Lux.
as you get to the top, you see a very large ferry and a Gianassi to your left, both looking at you. Now we're going to cut back to the other group.
Did anyone see where she went? Did anyone see anything?
I just saw her wandering off in my peripheral, and then lost her.
Way.
I'm hopping over to where she was last seen. Do I see the compass?
You see the compass on the ground.
All right, can I open it up? Try to tinker with it?
It's spinning, just spinning right now.
I would like to cast Detect Magic.
Okay. While you're doing this, one moment here while I'm going to put on...
Ooh, actually...
Okay. So while this is happening, you're detecting magic. Are you using it
Can I scratch that?
Yeah, that's fine.
I would like to use Divine Sense instead, since I already
Okay.
I would
felt
like
celestial and fey influences in this adventure so far.
Okay. So divine sense. Let me just pull that up really quick.
Yep.
Alongside him, I'd like to cast discreetly. I'll just motion next to my leg, some quick signs, but I want to cast Detect Portal.
Okay, what's that?
And yeah, you can take care of him.
So as an action, you can detect good and evil until the end of your next turn. You can sense anything affected by the hollow spell. Vocation is terrestrial, frame undead within 60 feet. So it's not. You do get a sense of celestial. So you feel like where she was, there was a presence. But it's fading, and it's fading quick. But you do sense.
Okay.
You do sense it coming from from Lox's direction at this point because he's holding to the compass. You don't necessarily sense evil, but you do sense that it's very much almost problematic. You don't know what to expect. And sorry, what were you, Cal? What were you doing?
I cast Detect Portal. Once per short rest, I may detect the distance and direction of a closest planar portal within 1 mile.
You can sense that there is a portal, and it's coming from that the compass has the capabilities of it, and that it is. I mean, it's literally there is a way to another side through the compass.
Great. Great. Great.
Great what?
Get her back, Cal. What's going on?
That thing that you're touching. Just be careful with it. Stop playing with it. It's not a toy. But keep it away from me. I think it.
So
It has-
while you guys are doing this, you hear, and you guys are just talking at this point. You hear in common, over here, they're over here.
What? If it's not one thing, it's another. Put that in your pocket.
And then flying over, landing on a perch, is an Eric Cochran looking down at you. I'm going to have
Draw my bow and fire.
everybody is going to now
Questions.
roll for initiative.
And I take my shield out in response to seeing the Eric Cochran.
It was pretty quick, so you don't necessarily have a moment to do that. Right now, he's looking down at you as a javelin,
Said over.
and while he flew over, you guys were kind of what, and then he landed, and then was looking down at you. So right now it's pretty instantaneous. We're just going to roll for initiative. Everybody's kind of as is. 1 second here. All right. Now, while you guys are rolling for initiative, we are going to cut back. Okay. And now we are in a different area. As you're standing there, this fairy looks at you, Danon. Thank you for joining us, Danon.
What?
I hope you find this invitation welcoming.
Thank you for bringing me here
Oh, yes.
without a choice.
Yes.
Without a choice.
Well, I'm sure you miss your home, do you not?
I do.
Well, you are so very close to returning, I can assure you. Let me introduce myself. My name is Helena. I was sent here because we are in need of your help, as you may have already known. You see, the Semet worshippers have weakened the believers of the gods. The people's beliefs and tribute are their lifeblood. Our once flourishing land, not yours perhaps, but really theirs, is withering away and dying. One by one the gods have fallen to the Fey plane. They're there, and their existence is there, where there are still believers. Their strength depends on it. And then she gestures to you, where you are both from, and she gestures to the Geonasi who's beside you. It seems a line has been established. A doorway, perhaps, has been opened between the two planes. One of you, gesturing again to you with both hands and to this Geonasi beside you, one of you will serve Morrigan and help restore the god's power here and take back the island from the Semet horde. This fealty will be sworn in blood by combat. Drugani, gesturing to the Geonasi, this female with silver hair, she's very quite fit and athletic, very muscular, and various weapons about, gesturing to the two of you with open arms. Drugani, Dedan, you have been chosen, and one shall carry forth, while the other, well, Your soul reside in Tak Duin, where the dead gather. And then she flies up, and then just smoke. Roll for initiative.
I got +5.
Got it. How much?
No, +4, so I got a 9.
9? Okay. One moment here. Okay, Dragoni. 17. Okay. So,
Okay.
she is going to cast Guiding Bolt towards you. A flash of light streaks towards you, and she's going to make a ranged spell attack. And that is going to be a 10 to hit. Does that hit?
It doesn't hit.
Okay. So this flash of lightning flashes past you, landing on the ground. She's going to position herself, and she's actually going to move. And she's going to move a little bit behind this corner over here. So she's kind of tucked against this building, looking at you. Your turn.
I will say, wait! Do you notice what they're doing to us? We should...
Our service is to the gods. Fight!
Yeah, we're stronger together, and I'm going to... I'm going to cast Shield on myself.
Shield? Okay.
Yeah.
Then anything else?
What's that?
Anything else?
Good. And I'm going to, as 1 second, please.
Okay, so an invisible barrier.
And I'm going to, and as my bonus action, I'm going to take my weapon out.
Okay.
And I'm going to grab 2 daggers with both hands.
Okay, 2 daggers with
That's
hands. So for yourself, this invisible shield kind of goes around you, protecting you. And then she is going to levitate. And she's going to fly up 60 feet and land on top of the roof. And she's looking down at you. And she is going to cast... Guiding Bolt again. Doesn't hit. Not rolling well. Rolled a 7. So again, a bolt of lightning comes slamming down beside you, and it lands to the right of you. Dirt kicks up, and nothing happens. She is going to kind of perch down. She has her fists up.
And then I will try to, we could actually find a way out of here. We could just fight together.
We're fighting for the right to defend our gods. What are you, some kind of coward? Fight me!
Okay, I'm going to firebolt.
Okay.
That's a 4. 14 to hit.
14 to hit.
Yeah.
Okay, 14 to hit. That is 1 second. That will hit.
It does? Oh, okay. That's 7 damage.
Okay.
Not much.
All right. And she is going to pull out. Let me see here really quick. One second. So she is going to, she pulls out this lance, and it has like this red glow to it. And she is going to fly down towards you, and she's going to take a swing. And that is going to be a 7 to hit. Does not hit.
It doesn't
So
hit.
she comes down with this lance, and she kind of jabs it at you, and then kind of retreats back to where she was, levitating back, and does not hit. And then now it is it's your turn. She kind of looks at you while she's perched up. Fight me, you coward!
She recoil back.
She had enough distance where you did not get an area opportunity of attack. The lance is pretty long. It's at least 10. It's about 10 feet.
So I'm going to grab the lance, pull her in, and poison spray her face.
Okay. So as you do that, roll for athletics to grab or roll for strength to grab the. Actually, we'll do athletics as your
Strength.
We'll do athletics.
Athletics. Where's athletics? Wait.
Excuse me. My apologies.
Dexterity.
nervous.
Athletics. It'd be
Yes,
athletics. It's
Okay.
You have minus
have
1.
I have minus
Yeah.
1. So that's 11.
Okay. So you go to reach in, you pull her gently, but your hand slips off the lance. She kind of flies back, and then shoot your poison spray.
Yeah.
Roll for attack.
That's 16 to hit.
And then 1 second. As you do this, Danon,
Yeah.
for the next minute, you can teleport up to 20 feet as a bonus action on each of your turns. So you sense like this ability. You sense this ability that kind of surrounds you. Your shield is strong, but you feel a little bit quicker, and you're kind of like glitching in and out. And you feel the sense that you can actually teleport 20 feet away and you have 1 minute where you can do that ability. And what did you
Sensing that I'm kind of back home, I feel like strength again.
What did you roll for the attack?
It was 16 to hit.
That hits.
And that's a d12. Plus anything?
It's your attack. What's your attack? You hit, right? It was 16. You said it hit?
16.
Yeah, so that hit. What's the
So
damage?
that's 4.
4 damage? Okay. All right.
That's so bad. It's gonna take a while, guys.
Okay. And at this point, so she recoils with her lance, and then she flies back in, jabbing back at you. And for the love of God, Fred, roll. That's going to be 14 to hit.
It hits.
Okay, and that is going to be 1d12. Sorry, I'm looking for my D20.
Can I use my phase step as a reaction?
Use your what?
Phase step.
Phase step as a reaction. Is it a reaction?
It's a bonus action, actually.
So it's not a reaction.
Mm-hmm.
So that would be, you wouldn't be able to use it right now, no.
I thought that. Oh, okay, my confusion.
Your bonus action could be after your regular action.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to?
You're talking about a different ability, Carla.
So.
I was talking about the phase step, but he also said that I had the ability to teleport as a bonus action,
Yeah.
as a reaction. So that's why I was.
You're
confused.
talking about the. You're talking about as a bonus action. So it's just a bonus action.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't be a reaction. It would just be a bonus action. So you could do that if you want to attack and then do it. You could do it.
Okay.
I know what you're talking about. You're talking about the Faith Flight ability, which is it's immediately after you take damage, though. So once you take damage, you can use a reaction to magically become invisible until the end, or force someone to make a saving. Wait, no, sorry. It's basically until your next turn.
Yeah, it's okay. I'll take it.
Well, that would be after the damage.
Right.
So right now you are going to take. One sec. Sorry, I'm hopping between character sheets. You are going to take. $15 points of damage.
Oh my god. It's gonna kill me.
So it goes in, and then you feel this sensation of almost like a flame. It slides past your side, cutting you, slicing you. Some blood is kind of dripping down your side, and you feel this burning, fiery sensation, kind of singeing you as she pulls back the lance. And she is now about 20 feet above you. She's levitated up, and she is looking down at you holding the lance. And now we're going to cut back.
3 points. I have 3 points. That's it.
So we cut back to the group, and Eric Cochran has landed on the perch. You guys are looking up at it, and I had you guys roll for initiative. And let's do that real quick. Okay, Cal, what is your initiative?
You're muted.
Oh,
16.
16. And then Lux.
21.
Okay. Loki.
I have 19.
Okay. And then Brawl, sorry.
11.
11. Okay. All right, let's start. Lux, you're up.
How far away is the bird?
He's about 15 feet up in the air, looking down at you, holding a lance.
Straight up?
Perched up. Say you're about you're looking up. It's angled. He's about 15 feet up.
Does he look like he's just like, hey guys? Or is he
He's
like
he's kind of, he was shouting, over here, over here.
Does he have a weapon in his
Yeah,
hand?
he has a lance.
Alright, well. Yes or no, guys?
Can you open the box? Compass?
I tried before. In the last conversation, no, I couldn't.
Shoot him.
Yep.
Shoot him. 18 to hit.
That will hit. Sorry, it's not a lance, it's a javelin that he has in his hand.
12 damage with short bow. And 7 poison if he gets poisoned.
He is not poisoned. But you shoot him, and it goes right through his neck, leaving a clean hole. And he's like gasping for air with his hand over his neck. As he's kind of...
Okay. With my move, any other Arakakra around, or was it just him that sees us?
He's the only one that you see, and where you guys are, your vantage point, that's the only one you can see.
All right. I would like to hide in the best place and the highest place that I can find.
You do see, I mean, you could hop onto the ledge with him, or you can go back into the shrub, but it's not really tall trees. It's more just shrubbery, and you can probably back up maybe like 40 feet and be in the shrubs.
Even if it's on the ground, just wherever I can get a good vantage of the group and be hidden.
Okay. So that'd be about 40 feet back, but you can still only see these walls from that vantage point.
Okay.
So I'll move you.
All right. I'm gonna hide.
Okay. Would you roll?
21.
Okay. You're pretty well hidden.
Okay.
All right. And next is the Arakakran that you hit is going to throw his javelin down at you, Loki, as he drops to a knee. That will be a 16 plus 4, so 20 to hit.
I am going to... Yeah, I guess I'll take that.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
it.
You are going to take 5 points of damage. Oh, sorry, that was the Arakakran. Okay, next is your turn, Loki.
All right, I'm going to attack with my longbow.
Okay.
Actually, before I do that, I'm going to cast a hex spell on the Arakakra. It's a bonus action. Where I get an extra...
So you place a curse on a creature that you can see within range. Until the spell ends, you deal an extra 1d6 necrotic damage to the target wherever you hit it. With an attack, also choose one ability. When you cast the spell, the target has disadvantage on ability checks made with that chosen ability. If the target drops to 0 hit points before that spell ends, you can use a bonus action on a subsequent turn of yours to curse a new creature.
Yes, indeed. So that'll be my bonus action, then I'm going to attack.
Okay, and he has to do... Is he automatically hexed, or is there any kind of...
Does it last for up to 1 hour? You place the curse. No, I think that's...
You do need a Petrified Eye of Newt for a component.
So I can't use this yet.
Nope. It has components. It's
right. Then I'm going to add my Crimson Right then. So it's an extra D4 of damage, fire damage.
Okay.
And that I do also take a little bit of damage from.
Are you casting it to your bow? Okay.
Yes. So I just rolled my D4. And I have 3 damage from that. But I have... So now I have that ability, but I have rolled a 17 to hit.
Okay. That'll hit.
So that is... that's 6 regular damage and 4 fire damage. So
Okay.
10 total.
So as he throws the javelin, and he drops down to a knee. You loosen this flame bow, and the arrow goes right through the stomach, knocking him over, dead.
Oh, he's dead?
Yep.
Oh, dang. Okay. So
We should
my
move.
skill then at this point, I will also take some of his life force, which is ability I have.
From a shot?
Any kill I make, I actually can take some life force from that creature.
Sweet.
Are you talking about right focus, the Undying?
Yes.
Yeah, so whenever you reduce a hostile creature to 0 hit points using a weapon attack, you regain a number of hit points equal to 1 roll of your Hemocraft die.
Which is a D4, and I get back 2 points.
Okay.
Nice.
Very cool. Anything else?
Your soul is mine.
Did you... What?
That is, at the moment, I'm going to move a little bit more forward to, where am I? So we can't see anything else but this, like this little section.
Depending on where you move, where do you want to move? You see some stairs that are leading up. 1 second, I will... Okay, so if you go here, what you can see is you see some stairs that are leading up.
Go where? Ah.
Okay, so I'm gonna, and is that like a wall that's going how high up?
The wall is about 10 to 15 feet up.
And okay, so I'm just gonna go to the edge of these stairs and kind of peek around.
And then you can see over here there's some rubble, but the rubble's pretty steep.
And I will maintain this spot.
So as you peek around, you can see down this hallway. It is getting darker. The sun is setting. And you can kind of see... And you see a glow coming from over here, and 1 Eric Cochran.
Okay. So I'm gonna remain hidden behind the wall.
All right. So you remain hidden behind the wall. Next is going to be... This one's going to fly up and going to land here. It pulls out his javelin. Next is Cal.
Can I see that one?
No, not from your vantage point. He's up about 15 feet in the air, and you have a 10-foot wall in front of you, kind of blocking your view.
So is it okay if I go like this, and then kind of kind of direct him, like, hey, there's...
It's kind of all... So, order of operations, you walked up, looked up, he flew onto the porch. Next is Cal. So it's all kind of happening at the same moment.
Okay. Well, I see him go to there, so I'm just gonna draw my bow, and I'll ready an action. So if anything flies over this thing, I'll shoot it.
Okay. Anything else you want to do, Cal?
No, that's it.
Okay. This one will fly up onto the porch post right here. You can see him. You can shoot.
I will shoot him.
Okay. Roll for attack.
$19.
That'll
hit.
hit.
That's just going to be 1d8 plus 9. 1d8 plus 3, 9 damage.
All right. So as he lands, you simultaneously pull your bow. It goes right through, lands in his leg, and he as he's landing, he comes down hard, standing with his javelin, looking down at Loki, and he kind of looks to the right where the arrow came from, directly at you. Next is going to be this one.
A wink at him.
This one here flies up, lands on the post, and then he throws his javelin at you. Actually, no, I'm going to have him fly down, and he is going to take a dive attack at you. He can go up to at least 30 feet straight towards a target, and use a melee weapon attack. Okay, and it's going to be, so he's going to come down. That is, and I kid you not. Oh, sorry, that's not a 2.
Who's he attacking?
You. He's coming down attacking you.
Oh, the whole time.
Yeah.
I had no
Yeah,
idea.
sorry.
You were just saying you.
My apologies. It's as if we're sitting around a table. So he does hit you.
You coward.
And he is using his javelin. So the javelin will be... it's going to be 13 damage.
What kind of javelin is this guy?
He just rolled a natural 20.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right.
So that's why. So he came down with his javelin, and then he lands in front of you, jabbing into you, ripping it out, and leaving a pretty good sizable cut in your arm where you're holding your bow.
Ah.
And then
How much damage was that?
that was 13.
Ugh.
And then next is Brawl.
Well, at the very least, I want to take out my hammer and shield. The one in front of us is at full health, full vitality.
Correct.
All right, I'm just gonna go up and whack him.
Okay. You will have advantage.
Oh, sweet. That is an 18 to hit.
That'll hit.
Seven bludgeoning damage.
Okay. So as you do this, you take a giant swing with your hammer, busting this bird's kneecap, and its leg goes flying back, and he does a split right in front of you, looking up at you.
Ouch.
Anything else, bro?
I think that's it.
Okay. Another Eric Cochran will fly up and lands on this post over here. And he is going to throw his javelin at you. Brawl. And that will be a 19.
That hits.
And you will take 5 damage. So he throws it at you as you take a hammer, and it hits you right in the shoulder, cutting you right over, not your neck, but your, what do you call it, your trap right here. And it kind of, right where your armor comes up, it goes right through and flies forward.
I turn around and look at him and smile.
And then next, this Eric Cochran. You see another one, Loki kind of enter the light. And then after that, you see another one enter the light as well. And next,
Holy hell.
we will go to Locks. So
Where am I at?
Locks, as you're about 40 feet back, you see the battle kind of happening in front of you. You're kind of laid down next to some shrub, very well hidden, laying on your stomach. The shrub is probably about maybe like 4 feet, but you're well hidden in it, so nobody can really see you from your vantage point. But while you're lying down, the compass that you're holding is starting to spin rapidly, and the branches are kind of forming out. And you hear a voice speak to you. Friend or foe? It asks you.
Friend.
As you say friend, the portal opens back up. This door, 6-foot door happens. There's a white light, and it sucks you through. And you end up in a bridge.
All right.
What would you like to do? Everything to you see these veins, these tree veins and vines that make this bridge. These giant stone statues that are up on each side in this praying formation. Everything is very green and lush, and you feel like you are way the hell up there in the air. And you can see, because you're low in stature, you can see underneath the fog, and you can see this rock bed at the end of this bridge, and you can hear voices, and a voice you hear familiar, kind of screaming out in pain, as you're on the other side of this bridge, and you can recognize that's Danan's voice.
So I hear, but I don't see.
You hear, but you do not see.
Okay.
You can't really see up. The fog is above you. You're below the fog, so you can see straight ahead, and you can only see about like the 4 feet up, and everything else is fog.
Okay. All right. Well, let me go towards Danan.
Okay, I'm gonna have you.
Am I in initiative or what
You're
am I?
still in an initiative, so it's your turn. So whatever you wanna.
So I can move to there.
Okay. So as you move to there, you can hear Danan breathing very heavily. You can actually see some blood trickling over the side of the wall where you're at, and it's going down these volcanic steps towards you. And Danan, it is your turn.
Well, I'm holding my side, if I'm at the right side, and I will just turn to this girl and say, "Please stop," and I will use Entangle on 2nd level on her. So it's going to, from the ground, is going to grab like binds all around her and try to hold her in a higher position. Like have a bow.
So you're going to use Entangle. So grasping weeds and vines sprout from the ground in a 20-foot square starting from a point within range for the duration. These plants turn the ground in the area into difficult terrain. A creature in the area, when you cast a spell, must succeed on a strength saving throw or be restrained. So, strength saving throw. That'll be a 5.
So from the ground, the vines start to just like form really fast.
These vines spin up like almost like tornado-like, and she is hovering in the air quite a bit, but they grab up and reach her and pull her down to the ground, almost like a tornado spinning up, and then grabbing her and pulling her back down to the ground, and she is stuck in this vine cone.
Just hold her like there.
Okay. Anything else you'd like to do?
there's nothing else I can do.
So as she's entangled, she looks at you and she's like, "Why do you not fight? What is it that you don't fight with all your heart and all your strength? Why do you restrain me like some animal? We're here to please the gods."
I don't want to kill you. And I'm not anybody's pawn.
If you kill me, Danan, I will just end up in Tech-Duin with my ancestors. Why? What fear do I have?
Just who you're fighting for. Who are you fighting for?
And then she kind of looks at you, and her eyes start to bat a little bit. We were brought here to serve Morrigan and earn his favor, to help establish their re-entrance back into into the other realm, so they can leave our plane of existence. Would you not wish this?
Do I know?
I mean, you know Morrigan is a god, and you know she is the god of war and blood, right? So she, just to be 100% on point here, 1 second, Morrigan is the goddess of battle. Her symbol is 2 cross spears.
No, I was brought here by Sylvanas. That's what I said. That's all I said, and that's my action.
Okay. So she is going to roll to try to break free. And she has to be... She does not break free, so she is still just withering. And now we're going to go back to Locks.
Did I hear all that?
You can hear them talking, yes.
All right. So I see that she's restrained. Come stand next to Danan.
Sorry, let me shrink your guy. You're a little bit bigger than you need to be.
Yay, I'm a big boy. Yeah. Because I know what I would do.
Whatever your character would do, you should do.
Yeah. Danan does not kill you because she is kind and she is generous. And then I pull back my bow and I say, but I am not.
All right.
And I'm going to sneak attack.
With advantage.
Yeah. 20.
Yep.
Dirty.
That'll
20.
hit.
$19 damage and 6 poison if she's poisoned.
How do you want to do?
See, my
How do you
damage
want to do this?
Wow. Hey.
I'll just right between the eyes.
Okay. So as you draw back your bow, she's withering in pain. This very young, lively Gianassi, who looks very much like a good person at heart. And this is the first time you've ever seen a Gianassi, mind you, Locks. And you're kind of confused. You don't, the blue skin, the white hair, there's patterns and jewelry. And as you loosen your bow, she looks up at you, her eyes widen, and her last gasping breath before the arrow goes through her forehead, you can hear her mutter, Tech-Duin, it is. And then the arrow goes through, and her head cocks back, and then the vines slowly wither away, and then she falls gracefully down to the ground.
Princess, we need to get out of here. I don't know what's happening, but we need to get back to the others.
I don't know. Let's go.
I hope you know how to get out of here, because I don't.
I will turn around and I will just firebolt her body. So it starts to burn. And
so as you firebolt her body and the flame starts to engulf her and her body begins to burn, reappearing is the fairy, and she looks at you, and she looks at Locks. Well, that wasn't how it was supposed to go.
I will step in front of Locks.
While this is happening, she speaks to directly through, kind of looking at you, but she flies up higher, looking down at Locke. She's now about 100 feet in the air. We'll be keeping an eye on you, Locks. And then she disappears. And then the compass opens up and the portal comes back out. And you guys are standing where the compass is. The portal's there, and you can see through the other side where you guys came from, your other plane. What would you like to do? Stay or jump through?
I will turn around, see my homeland for a last time. I'm gonna grab Lux's hand and I'm gonna pull him with me through the portal.
The hand with the non-ripped glove, right?
Exactly.
Okay, just to make sure. All right. So you guys jump through the portal, and can you both roll a d20 real quick? Not adding anything.
15.
17 natural.
Okay. So re-entering is Lox and Danon right where you were standing. The compass closes up and lands at your feet. Lox, what would you like to do with that?
Are we in initiative or are we out? Or we're just there?
You're back. We're going to hop back into the initiative here in a second.
Okay. Well, before we do that, I would just like to wrap it up with something I've got. Tuck it away in my normal bag, but not my bag of holding.
Okay. All right. So the two of you are back. You're right on the outskirts of the battle. You can see the group is kind of surrounded by Eric Cochran that are perched up. One is on the ground. And I think this is where we will end tonight's stream. And that will be all for tonight. I appreciate everybody coming out to play today. And I hope everybody had a good time. I think we lost somebody.
Hey, yeah, we actually... can you hear me?
Yeah.
Power just went out in our apartment.
Oh.
The whole apartment complex just went out.
Oh.
No.
Oh, damn.
I have a battery backup, though.
Well, we were ending it right now, so it's okay. That was actually perfect timing. So
We lost Danon through the portal.
yeah, you
again.
guys exit the portal. So this happens. It was good timing, though. I'm glad we ended it where we did. So hopefully everything is okay. I'll give you guys a call here in a second, but make sure you're good. I can still see you. You're still on Zoom. Who did we lose then?
Yes, so
Brother.
I have a battery backup for the Wi-Fi,
Oh,
and for... so that's why we're still
Thanks
connected.
for watching, everybody.
Hey.
all right. Very interesting. Okay.
Wow, this is weird.
Yeah. Well, I hope
What?
I hope everybody enjoyed tonight's show. And that will be all, folks. We will see you next Wednesday. Please like, subscribe, and share if you can. And until next Wednesday, we will see you all